Welcome to Moon Facts, 50 Mind-Blowing Things Earth's Companion Does. From ancient myths to lunar missions, our nearest celestial neighbor has inspired wonder for millennia. Let's dive into the most intriguing truths about Earth's only natural satellite. Origins and physical features. The Moon formed about 4.5 billion years ago, likely after a Mars-sized body called Theia collided with Earth. The debris from this impact eventually coalesced into the Moon we see today. The Moon is about 3,474 kilometers in diameter, roughly one-quarter the width of Earth. Despite its size, its gravitational pull causes tides on our planet and influences many natural cycles. Its surface is covered in fine dust and rocky debris called regolith, formed over billions of years by countless meteorite impacts. These impacts also left behind craters, some over 200 kilometers wide. Due to tidal locking, one side of the Moon always faces Earth. This near side is visible from Earth, while the far side remained unseen until a spacecraft photographed it in 1959. Although often called the dark side, the far side of the Moon isn't dark. It receives just as much sunlight as the near side, we just never see it from Earth. The Moon has no atmosphere, so there's no air to scatter light. That's why the sky appears pitch black in photos taken from the lunar surface, even during daylight. Surface temperatures on the Moon vary drastically, from around 127 degrees Celsius in sunlight to minus 173 degrees Celsius in shadow. Without an atmosphere, there's nothing to trap or distribute heat. The Moon has quakes. Known as moonquakes, these tremors can be caused by meteor impacts, thermal expansion, or tidal forces from Earth's gravity. Mountains on the Moon can reach impressive heights. Mons Huygens, its tallest peak, stands about 5.5 kilometers high, roughly half the height of Mount Everest. Lunar Maria, the dark, flat plains, are ancient lava fields created by volcanic activity billions of years ago. Early astronomers mistook them for seas, which is why they're called Maria, Latin for seas. Orbit and movement. The Moon orbits Earth at an average distance of 384,400 kilometers. That's about 30 Earth diameters away, or roughly the distance you'd cover by driving around the Earth 10 times. It takes about 27.3 days for the Moon to complete one orbit around Earth. Interestingly, that's the same amount of time it takes to rotate once, which is why we always see the same side. Because the Moon's orbit is elliptical, its distance from Earth varies. At its closest, perigee, it's about 363,300 kilometers away. At its farthest, apogee, it's about 405,500 kilometers. A supermoon occurs when a full moon coincides with perigee, making the Moon appear up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than when it's at its farthest point. The Moon is gradually moving away from Earth at a rate of about 3.8 centimeters per year. This is slowly lengthening Earth's days and changing our planet's tides over time. The Moon helps stabilize Earth's axial tilt. Without it, our tilt would wobble chaotically, causing severe climate changes that could make life on Earth far less stable. A full cycle of lunar phases, from new moon to full moon and back, takes about 29.5 days, slightly longer than its orbital period due to Earth's movement around the Sun. The Moon's orbit is slightly tilted, about 5 degrees relative to Earth's orbital plane. This is why we don't get eclipses every month when the Sun, Earth, and Moon align. A blue moon is the second full moon in a single calendar month. Despite the name, it doesn't appear blue, though rare atmospheric conditions can occasionally make the Moon look that color. A blood moon happens during a total lunar eclipse, when Earth's atmosphere filters sunlight and casts a reddish hue on the Moon. It's eerie, beautiful, and completely natural. Lunar exploration. The Moon was the first celestial body humans visited. The Soviet spacecraft Lunar 2 was the first human-made object to impact the Moon in 1959, marking a historic milestone in space exploration. The first successful soft landing on the Moon was made by Lunar 9 in 1966, also by the Soviet Union. It sent back the first photos from the lunar surface. In 1969, Apollo 11 made history when Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the Moon. His words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," became iconic. A total of 12 astronauts walked on the Moon between 1969 and 1972 during NASA's Apollo missions. No human has been there since Apollo 17 in December 1972. The Moon has no wind or rain, So the astronauts' footprints from the Apollo missions are still there, and could remain for millions of years unless disturbed by meteoroids. Moon rocks brought back by Apollo astronauts weigh over 380 kilograms in total. These samples helped scientists understand the Moon's origin and its similarities to Earth's composition. The far side of the Moon was first visited by China's Chang'e 4 mission in 2019. It became the first spacecraft to land and operate on the Moon's mysterious hidden half. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the Moon in the mid-2020s, including the first woman and the first person of color to walk on the lunar surface. Lunar exploration has revealed that the Moon contains resources such as water ice in permanently shadowed craters. These could support future missions or be turned into rocket fuel. Multiple countries, including the US, China, India, and Japan, are planning robotic and crewed missions to the Moon, viewing it as a stepping stone to Mars and deeper space. Water, resources, and science. In 2009, NASA confirmed the presence of water ice on the Moon in permanently shadowed regions near the poles. These areas never see sunlight and remain extremely cold. Water on the Moon isn't in lakes or streams. It exists as frozen crystals mixed with lunar soil or in minute quantities chemically bound to minerals. Helium-3, a rare isotope potentially useful in future nuclear fusion reactors, is found in higher concentrations on the Moon than on Earth, sparking interest in lunar mining. The Moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth. A 60 kg person on Earth would weigh just 10 kg on the Moon, allowing higher jumps and slower falls. Because of this low gravity and no air resistance, a hammer and a feather dropped together on the Moon fall at the same rate, as demonstrated by Apollo 15 astronaut David Scott. The Moon reflects only about 12% of the sunlight that hits it. This makes it one of the darkest celestial bodies in the solar system, despite appearing bright in our night sky. Lunar eclipses are visible from anywhere on Earth's night side when they occur. A total eclipse can last up to 107 minutes, the longest of any type of eclipse. During a lunar eclipse, the Moon doesn't disappear. Instead, it glows red because Earth's atmosphere bends and filters sunlight, casting reddish hues onto the Moon's surface. Scientists have detected moonquakes strong enough to crack rocks. These could pose structural challenges for future lunar bases and require special engineering solutions. Lunar dust is extremely fine and sharp-edged. It clung to astronaut suits and equipment during Apollo missions, causing mechanical wear and respiratory concerns for future missions. Cultural impact and fun facts. The Moon has influenced human culture for millennia. It features prominently in myths, calendars, literature, and religions across nearly every civilization, from ancient Egypt to indigenous peoples of the Americas. Lunar phases are used in many traditional calendars, including Islamic, Hebrew, and Hindu systems. A month is roughly based on one cycle of moon phases. The term lunatic originated from the belief that the full moon could cause madness. Though debunked, the myth still appears in folklore and pop culture. Many languages refer to the Moon as feminine. In Latin and derived Romance languages, the Moon is often personified as a goddess, like Luna or Selene. Moonlight is reflected sunlight. It appears silvery or white because of the Moon's surface properties, even though it reflects only a fraction of the light it receives. We only see about 59% of the Moon's surface from Earth due to a phenomenon called libration, which lets us peek slightly around the edges as the Moon orbits. Though we always see the same side of the Moon, it's not entirely static. Its distance, orientation, and apparent size shift slightly throughout the month. In 1999, a private company famously claimed to sell plots of land on the Moon. However, according to international law, no individual or country can legally own the Moon. The Moon appears larger near the horizon, a trick called the moon illusion. It's an optical effect caused by our brain's perception of the sky and objects in the foreground. Without the Moon, Earth's climate would be unstable, our nights would be darker, and tides much weaker. The Moon doesn't just light our sky, it helps shape our world. Thanks for joining us on this journey through 50 fascinating Moon facts. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, subscribe for more space content, and share your favorite lunar fact in the comments.